everybody, Kat here, and welcome back to Skyrim. Oh god. I turned on quests and suddenly there are many more arrows than there were before. Okay, we're gonna start with this arrow. So last time we killed a dragon and Mithrax stole the soul and he's a butt. You seen Verona? Noted. So I promised you guys a crazy roommate story, and I am going to deliver. And I'm going to be very careful to watch my words because I have a bad habit of swearing sometimes, especially when I get a little bit frustrated. But it's fine. So, as some of you know, I am out in Korea right now. And before I lived in Korea, I lived in good. Oh, whoops. Don't die, don't die, don't die. I died. I was in good old on Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Yes, yes. And I was out there to study university. Study university. Wow. English major right here. I was at the University of Ottawa and I loved it. And overall, it was actually a really fantastic experience. I love Ottawa and I miss Ottawa and I miss the awesome people in Ottawa. But that's not all of the people in Ottawa were awesome. Because you see, I had this roommate. And so in case she somehow watches these videos one day, I don't want to like get sued for like defamation or anything. So everybody is going to get fake names. We're going to start off with my first roommate, who is not a bad roommate. We're going to call her Cleo. So Cleo was a journalism major, and honestly, she was probably the first like reasonable adult I'd ever met in my life, or like young adult. Like, she was the epitome of a super responsible, like really just good all around person. And so I thought she was really cool and I wanted to be friends with her. And well, she was super cool and super level and just super chill, and I have not changed that much in the last 6 or 7 years. And so, while we didn't not get along, we didn't get along really either. Like, we weren't close, and sometimes that made me a little sad, but that's okay. Um, let's choose our soul job first. So, oh, 1 second. My brain numbers. That'd be nice. I think I already use a fortify archery. So, what about a fortify one-handed? Or actually, no. Fortify healing rate. Good. Craft, yes. So that, yeah, she wasn't a bad roommate. We got along pretty well, but we like have each other on Facebook still, but we're not like really close. And I haven't really heard what she's doing with her life. And I hope that everything is amazing and good. Yes. Yes. However, after, because we were, okay, I'm all over the place. We were together in the dorms. Oh, I'm so hungry. Yes. Trust me, I had to work for that. Appreciate your faith, Mithrak. Or Neloth. See, I actually have like an inventory problem right now. Okay. Inventory problems can wait. I want to get there first. I'm gonna beat you to it. I did beat you to it. Because I need to talk to your lady. So, after I finished first year of university, I, of course, as is pretty obvious, went into second year. Now, at my university, unless you were special needs, you weren't guaranteed a place in the dorms after your first year of university. And as much as I loved the dorms, it was kind of expensive. Thanks. Did potion making? Good, good, good. Use the alchemy lab. So second year rolls around and I have to find a place. And I find a place in this little place, little kind of area near ooh, good guess. My brain. Just trying to get through this. And called Vanier. Vanier. So Vanier is like, to be completely honest, I don't actually know if Vanier is in Quebec or if it's just near Quebec. But one way or another, one way or another, I wound up out in Vanier. So the really cool thing about Vanier is it's not, it's kind of this weird little like middle area, and it's really nice actually. I like Vanier a lot. I enjoyed Vanier a lot. I did not enjoy the people I lived with in Vanier, but this is only a like, what the heck? No, 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 no. Bad dragon. Why are you hunting me? Go away. I'm gonna hide under the mushroom. I don't know where it is. Let's let Lydia take care of it. So we'll call this roommate. What can I call her? So Cleo was really cool. This other roommate, though, in the next place. So, okay, I should set the stage. We're in this house. We're renting this house, the four of us, but we all pay our own rent for our own rooms. And we don't pay for heating and hydro or anything like that. So I have one of the bigger rooms, not necessarily because I wanted it, but like just because everyone, I actually think I was the last to choose my room. So this girl, the one that I have problems with, she is the one that actually had, what is that? Had the biggest room. We'll call her, okay, so there were three girls. I don't remember the one girl. She wasn't really there all that often. But these two girls, we'll call the first one Rachel, so Rachel and Nicole. That's what we're going to go with. Rachel and Nicole. I don't think her name was Nicole. So Rachel and Nicole were like best friends. This other girl was a friend of theirs, and basically I'd found they needed someone to fill the last room, and so I took it up. They seemed really chill. They were all a year older than me. But like Rachel seemed like just a really awesome girl all around. Like she was really chill. She was really nice. Just a really kind person all around. Oh God, you have blood on your face. Who did you eat? Oh, please don't tell me you ate Lydia. I need her. I also need you to land. I'm gonna look at what magic spells I have. What shouts do I have right now? Let's go with this one. Hide under here. Found a good hiding spot. So Nicole and Rachel are like best friends. Now, at the beginning, Nicole seemed pretty cool as well. I think she was in biomed. I think she was a biomed student, and like overall, she just seemed pretty chill. They weren't really partiers, which was nice, because it meant like quiet house. And for the most part, we didn't have many problems. Issues didn't really show up until a little bit later. Towards exams, actually. Where is the dragon? So the thing about Nicole, she wasn't a messy person, but she wasn't clean. Like, she had a really bad habit of not doing her dishes for days at a time. You're gonna see this as a trend, and I feel like this is a trend in most bad roommate stories. She wouldn't do her dishes for, like, massive chunks at a time. I'm just gonna kill this dragon super fast. There we go. Oh God, I'm not gonna have room for the bones again. Your soul is mine? Good. Lydia, How long have you been traveling with me? Oh my goodness. So it wasn't so much that she'd like leave dishes all over the counter. Like she wasn't that kind of person. What she would do is she would like just not do her dishes and she'd just kind of leave them stacked neatly enough. I will give this to her, stacked neatly enough on the counter. And then I guess whenever she felt like doing it, oh, excuse me, she would get around to washing them. Now, that's all fine and good, except, you know, the whole part where, oh my god, navigating the inventory system here. Okay. This is 43 defense. This is 38, but gives more health. Between the two, that one is worth way more. So I'm gonna go apparel. Not what I wanted. Okay, that's just what she wants to wear. Hi. Where's my leather armor? Weapons. You are making this very difficult, Chica. Okay, I guess I'll take that, and then you can hold that, and that, and that. Now, I need 15 more pounds on you, so what can we get rid of that weighs 15 pounds? Okay, 24. Okay, you don't need this, that's 2 pounds. Wish I knew how much, like, she had. I'm over here, like, twitching. I can sell that. Darn it. Lydia! 1 pound? Did we do it? Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Very fun walk up the hill. And so, yeah, that was occasionally frustrating. She also, again, you're gonna see a trend, had a really bad habit of not like cleaning up the kitchen after she'd use it. Like she'd never wipe down the stove or the counters, and she didn't like eat that often. Like at least in ways that required cooking. I think she was more of like one of those salad type people, which is fine. But it just meant that there like wasn't much of a mess to contend with. However, when she would like get ambitious and cook or bake, it would be a mess. And in second year university, I was just like, I definitely had kind of a senpai syndrome. I looked up to them a lot. Like, they were third year, they were like, at least for Nicole, not her real name, she was doing like this really impressive program, like biomed or something. Don't remember exactly which one, but at the time it just like in my brain I thought, wow, this is somehow superior to my English major, which it isn't, kids. Love what you're doing. That is all I have to tell you. And so I'm just gonna sell basically everything that I don't need. Heavy armor, I'll sell that. Don't use magicka. So that is great. That's fine and well. Except, about, I would say, probably second term. We're getting into now the second term, and everything just goes to hell. She had been smoking weed since the beginning. But when the weather was warm, she generally did a really good job of keeping it outside. She would always, if she was smoking, she would make sure that it was outside. She wouldn't roll in her room, that kind of thing. Like, she was generally a pretty considerate person about it. But then the weather started getting cold, and I think she started having issues with depression. And like I said, everything just went to hell. So she starts rolling in the house. Her boyfriend is more of a pothead than she is, in her defense, but they start rolling. At least they keep it in their room. The problem is she's right across the hallway from me. Now, I don't know if I've brought it up before with anybody, but I am an asthmatic. And the one thing that aggravates my asthma more than anything else is humidity, with the second biggest trigger being like strong fragrances. I'm talking perfumes, cigarette smoke, weed smoke, but even just the smell of weed, especially if it's in like a small and contained area in a really humid summer, like, it will, I don't even have to be exercising, and it will throw me into a full-blown asthma attack. So the thing is, during the wintertime, it's not that humid, but you turn on a heater, and like, that was another kind of issue of contention. We were always kind of fighting. She liked it really warm. I prefer to have my place of living a little bit cooler, but then a little bit, like, use layers kind of thing. I am trying to. Oh, this is not going to be fun. I don't think I can fast travel while I'm overburdened. I think Mazdak is the dude that I buy from. Or not Mazdak, near Nilroth, the wizard. I don't think I can still buy from him. I'll see if his friend buys stuff up here. So, we started really, really butting heads in the wintertime, because she started rolling, and even she told me she wasn't smoking, but the smell was way too strong for it to just be rolling. So I remember quite vividly one night, and then this again, so it wasn't only in the wintertime. It started in the winter, but then she just continued doing it through the warm months. So I remember one time, it's like the end of the term, things have started, like, it's April-ish. Things have started getting really hot, really humid, and it's the middle of the night, and I step out into my hallway to go to the bathroom, and I step into the hallway and just stop breathing. Like, it was actually horrible. It was just a really, really horrible experience. I'm gonna sell that. I'm gonna sell that. Darn it. Okay, let's look at your miscellaneous. I'll take this. And, you know what? I'll buy this and that. Don't really use spells, but you know what? Might be useful. I'm gonna sell that. Scrolls, good. I'm gonna sell this. It's not a fan. Gonna sell this. Gonna sell that. See, these both could be really... I'm gonna sell that. I'm gonna keep that one. Keep that one. Keep that one. Um, what? Oh, whatever. Um, items. So, I lost my train of thought. So I like actually stepped out into the hallway and had to like I stopped breathing. I had to grab my inhaler. I had to. I already know that spell. Okay, I'm gonna sell that. Um, and it was so horrible. And then I confronted her about it, and this girl, the night before, I literally had an asthma attack in the hallway of my house because of her. And where is Lydia? Oh, I'll find her. And when I confront her about it, and I remember this very clearly, but maybe I'm biased towards myself. I tried really hard to be civil about it. I don't smoke myself, but I have nothing against people who smoke as long as they're not selfish about it. If you are a smoker, whether that's a tobacco smoker, whether that is a pot smoker, you know what? You do you. It's fine. For me, the problem comes down to when you start impeding on other people. Like those horrible human beings that feel like they have the entitlement to smoke while they walk down the streets with zero concern for, the people around them. You don't know if the person behind you has asthma or any other, like, possibly even more serious issue with their lungs. Children, like, are inhaling secondhand smoke all the time because of these inconsiderate jerks that just, you know, smoke wherever they want, like they have a right to it. And then pot smokers, I understand, don't allegedly. I don't know if it's a matter of they haven't done the research to support it or what. Like, I understand it doesn't have the same health repercussions as something like tobacco smoking. However, that doesn't necessarily mean there's no repercussions. Somebody might have an allergy. Hi, lovely. I'm gonna stand on your head. Hi, you're cute. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the town and like drop some stuff off. Great, where's the town? It's over here. You never know like how it's going to affect somebody else's body. And so when I explained, I understand that you're under a lot of pressure, you have a really difficult program that you're contending with, and that this is one of the ways that you cope. I respect that. That's fine. But please, it is really important that you do not smoke in the house because it's making me sick. So please just don't smoke in the house. And she actually turned on me, and like when I explained, I'm having asthma. Ooh, many books. No, Ailsa doesn't steal. Wait, I thought this house was mine now. Isn't this house mine now? What? This is the wrong house, isn't it? This is the wrong house. Oops. Okay. Just gonna read through these really quickly. Wow. Rude. just gonna read for possible skills, possible quests. Lydia, move. So, yeah, it's just... It was really upsetting to me at the time, and I didn't want to push it any further. And I remember talking to Rachel about it a few times, and she was pretty sympathetic, but never actually. Actually, she might have said something, but Nicole just decided not to listen. I don't know. We all went our separate ways after that year. I have no idea what happened to either of them. I really wish them all the best, but Rachel was definitely the much chiller person in that house. So aside from, you know, this girl basically doing things that I had openly said caused my lungs to quit, and not being the tidiest of person, she wasn't a horrible roommate. She was pretty quiet for the most part. Like, she didn't bug me. She didn't, like, play loud music late at night. We had a few instances where, like, I'd be playing games or whatever, and because she was right across the hall, she'd hear me. Oh, interesting. That's a love dynamic there. But she just... I would never live with her again. Is, the long story short of that. She wasn't a horrible person, but she was a pretty terrible roommate. And I thought that it couldn't possibly get any worse. Of course, whenever you think that, it can and does. And so, we're going to talk about... Oh, this is going to be easy. We're going to talk about Jasmine. Now, after my year in that apartment in Vanier, I wanted to be somewhere closer where I could walk to the university. I wanted to just not have to worry about a lot of the things. I wanted to get away from the possibility of living with Nicole again, but I'm pretty sure that she and Rachel moved on to do their own thing, which is all great for them. I'm happy, whatever. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put that in there. These can all go in there, as can that. Sorry, I'm just trying to, like, deal with this nonsense. So, yeah, that's all fine and good. I managed to find this apartment in actual Ottawa. Can't remember what the little district was called, but it was much closer. It was like a 15 to 20 minute walk to my university. I loved it. It was perfect. And so I'm just I'm really, really happy about this. You know, everything is looking a little bit better. Yes, this is where I put my dragon bones. I think Lydia has all of my dragon bones now. Darn it! Lydia! Oh my god, I thought those were people. I need to trade some things with you. Give me your stuff. So, I move into this place. I find this on, like, I don't remember if it was, like, on a website specifically for, like... It was through the university, that's right. Through the university, I actually found this place. And it was pretty great. It was pretty promising. So, the deal is... Right. Okay, apparel. Let's get rid of all... Not what I wanted. That's actually nice to keep. Actually, I should sell that. Put that in there. Let's sell that. Necklace of Wielding. I'm just going to put all the necklaces in there with the exception of the one that gives me better prices. So, clip that. I'm going to sell that. And, lots of things I have to sell. Okay, good. What the heck? chest. Give me some of this nonsense back. Gonna... From the top. That goes in. That goes in. That will stay. That will stay. That goes sell. That goes in. 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 Sell. Dummy. Keep. Sell. 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 Drop that in. 1, 2, 3. What the heck? Okay. Sell. Okay, good. This lady has gemstones. Okay. So, I digress. That is a thing that happens. So, drop that in there. I'll drop those. No, I'm gonna keep those actually. Only gems. Only gems. Give me the iron ingots. 'Cause there's an actual area for that nonsense. Not sure how I feel about the bodies, but that's fine. Apparel. Interesting. Oh, okay, fine. You are gonna get some elven boots. I'll eventually give you some elven armor. Does this? Hey, it does. Nice. So yeah. That's a thing. Move to the new house. Ooh. These recipes? Not what I wanted. Hallelujah! Books. We're gonna put that and that and that. Keep those. Keep all the papers. Just journals and books. Okie dokie. And then on this shelf, it's all the same shelf. I'll keep the papers. They don't weigh anything anyways. Perfect. So, anyways, long story short, I moved because the old place was terrible. I find this new place. It's like this townhouse, which for those of you who don't know is like a house that is split into 2 houses. And it's pretty great. I kind of really dig it. So on one half of the townhouse, my landlord lives with his wife. My landlady. We'll call them Bill and Sue. Just because. I'm gonna go here. Oh, excuse me. So Bill and Sue live there. That's all great and everything. And then on the other side of the house, it's divvied up between 3 floors. Now, on the main floor, you have the big kitchen that has like all of the stuff. You have 2 apartments, which are like really big apartments. Okay, this is fine. And you have our laundry area. On the second floor, there is 1 kitchenette, 1 bathroom. It doesn't sound like fun, but I don't like them. They attacked me. So so there's on our floor, there's me, there's this girl, Jasmine. Sorry, there's only 3 apartments. And then there's a guy, and I don't remember his name, and I don't know how I don't remember his name, because she would, like, sing his name. They were, like, enamored with each other, despite the fact that she had a boyfriend. I don't know. Then upstairs, there were 2 apartments. I never met the, one dude, the other girl that lived up there. She wasn't, like, a roommate from hell, but she had a lot of issues, and she was one of those, like... Okay. Unpopular opinion puffin. I believe that you can be or identify or love whoever, whatever you want. That is your prerogative. But much like vegetarianism, when you start shoving it around down the throats of the people around you that you are trans or non-binary, that you are somehow superior, or that especially cis men are somehow inferior, then you're a jerk, and end of story. She was very much one of those, like, I am Zer or Xer, or however the heck you say it. I don't even know. It was... She wasn't a bad person, but, like, she was the kind of person where she had mental health problems, and she adopted a cat because she felt like if she adopted a cat, she would actually get up in the morning to feed it. So she risked starving this animal on the hope that it would encourage her to get out of bed in a way that, you know, living day to day wasn't, which I disagree firmly with. Now, this girl actually lived directly above me, and I would hear this cat all night jumping around, freaking out, because she didn't do anything with it, so it was just super understimulated, and it's just really sad, and I feel for the thing. But she is not the terrible roommate. The terrible roommate in this story is Jasmine. Now, much like with Nicole, Jasmine actually started out a pretty chill person. She was really sweet. You know, I kind of felt for her. It sounded like she came from a bit of a tough household. Like, her parents were already talking about marriage and didn't want her to go to school so that she could find a good husband. Like, one of those families. And, again, each to your own, but she obviously was not happy and did not want it. So I firmly disagree with that. But that's just me. So, at the start of the term, she was pretty cool. Like Nicole, she was a little bit messy. She had a bad habit of, like, not doing her dishes, and I should have known this because, like, I should have seen this coming because, like, one of the first conversations we had, she was doing dishes in the kitchen, and Wait, what?
My second. If we're going to take up residence here again, I need a witness and, well, you see the kind of porker veins I deal with around here.
Sure.
Well, let's not pass this up. That was almost, but still a little tricky. How are you feeling?
Brain. And so, yeah, one of the first conversations I ever had with her, this girl actually said, like, while she was doing the dishes, that it was so strange because she usually had the help to do it for her. Now, on that lovely note, I am going to leave this episode here because we're going to come back to the crazy shenanigans of Jasmine in the next episode. Thank you, folks, for joining me, and I will see you around. Bye bye.